Hiya, and welcome back to Moonlight Castle, the game that teaches us that we kinda sorta maybe will always die. We're always gonna die. Anyways, let's just hop right in. I think it's under load, yeah. Then right here. Yeah, we already read all this. But is that gonna stop? So we just gotta... Oh, hiya, welcome. I'm not lazy. No, I actually am lazy. I genuinely tried to change it to Blake. I genuinely tried to change it to Blake. It's not Cap. It's not Cap. Day 4. Just reload our save, exactly. It was a small class. 12 teens. Maybe less than that. I was stuck in that space with the same people for hours on end. So many years went by just like this. You must make them your friends. You don't want to get in trouble, do you? So I did. Even if I didn't want to. Who wants to solve this equation? Nobody answered. The teens murmured, hoping to get some insight before an inevitable sacrifice was called. Okay, I do not like my microphone being above me, so let me just... Boop. Whop. There we go, that's better. The teens murmured, hoping to get some insight before an inevitable sacrifice was called. I knew the answer, but I didn't want to do it. I could hear everything they were saying, and one of them knew their time was running out. They weren't ready, and they couldn't afford a bad grade now. I'll do it. I didn't want to, but I stood up and solved the situation. The lesson ended, the teacher praised me, my grade got better. Why are we blaming me for Joel's mistakes? Why? You know what? Go off. But I didn't care. I just had to do it, so I did, even if I didn't want to. It didn't take long for them to notice. Everyone gathered around me like a magnet, loved everything I said, everything I did was perfect. I couldn't do anything wrong. I was there to give them what they needed. What about you? A lot of people have asked me that question. It was easy to deal with. I practiced this before. I knew exactly how to handle it. How to make them quiet. Oh, I see. They would agree, move on, and forget about it. Their moral obligation was now fulfilled. They would focus on themselves again. I've done this countless times. Bullshit. You're a singularity. Your eyes pierced through my perfect theater, ignoring my sweet words and courtesy. You can't fool me. I had never met someone like you before. This isn't the real answer. I quickly learned that no matter how hard you try, someone will always dislike you. That's not how you really feel. He pestered me, commented on every choice I took, and never stopped. Everyone loved me. Their nice words and praises were gratifying. And yet he alone ruined everything for me. His words, his judgment hunted me down. He wanted to see the things I refused to look at. Is this what you want? Having people jumping to defend you must be nice. Too bad they don't see you like I do. He was right. They never did. I never allowed it. But I didn't want anyone to see it. I just didn't want to look. Is this the real Blake? Or is this another wall? I think I do like the sky. It was the only thing I wasn't afraid to look at. Pure, infinite, beautiful. It could take on many colors and shapes. You're lonely. I wasn't. I'm surrounded by people who like me. I have a loving family at home. I'm sure you do, loser. Nothing I said ever worked on you. You should be nicer to people. I am nice to people who deserve it. Everyone does. I can't pretend the way you do. I didn't want to do it. It's such a chore, isn't it? I didn't want to do it. It takes no effort to make someone else's day brighter. Then stop wasting time and leave me alone. We were forced to share the same space.
It's time to drink
the
water.
rooftop doesn't belong to you.
It's
You can
time
look
to
at the
drink
sky from
water.
anywhere you want.
It's time to drink
I
water.
want to feel closer to it.
It's
I
time
never
to drink
belonged
water.
here. But I didn't know where to go. You always look up. I'm scared of looking down. Keep your eyes closed. Until the day you find yourself searching for a different sky, the one you can't seem to find. I thought you were the one who'd finally understand me. You're annoying. Get that fucking smile off your face right now. I am never going to have another serious conversation with you again. Hang on. Let me just... Am I fucking back? I genuinely wanted to connect with you the same way you did just now. Because you felt real. Is Automod seriously holding back swearing? Automod is holding back swearing. Damn it, Automod. Because you felt real. I just didn't know how. And after so many years, I gave up. No, you hate Hatsune Miku? Damn.
Always watching.
You hate Hatsune Miku. It wasn't meant to be. I didn't want to keep searching.
Always
I didn't
watching.
want to keep looking. I needed distractions. I needed the sky. Oh, hi, oh, welcome. This is Moonlight Castle. I slowly opened my eyes and went back to my reality, welcomed by the same old mossy ceiling of mine. My body didn't feel rested at all. I yawned, my phone's alarm still blaring in the background. Did that wake me up? Leckfist. I reached for my savior sitting on the shelf and stopped the annoying music when something else hit me. I didn't set any alarm for today. A tiny memo was attached to it. Sorry, I didn't know how to wake you up without making it weird. The temperature on my finger slowly shifted in response. Did you do that then? It was a really strange dream for me to have, considering what happened yesterday. That was real. All of it was real. You should wash your face and drink some water. Yeah, I should. I froze, her voice now fully coherent was coming out of the ring. Oh yeah, I should let you have your privacy. You tend to forget about those things when you die. Holy fucking shit. There we go. Was this the same ghost I met? Her body was somewhat transparent, but she cast a small shadow underneath her. Am I making you uncomfortable? I'm sorry. Where did you go? I looked around, but I couldn't see her anymore. I'm back in the ring. I tried to float outside, but I can't go too far from it. I thought that by leaving the castle, all the weird supernatural stuff I saw yesterday would stay behind. Is it fine for you to be there? You know, I need to go. I won't see a thing. Promise. A sigh escaped me as I made my way to the bathroom. I'm not awake enough for this. This crazy medium stuff was going to be normal for me from now on. It was a strange feeling. That impulsive choice of mine was going to create many more issues I've been trying to avoid. I'd embrace it and adapt. I've done that many times in the past before. Alright, I'm ready. Coming! Yeah, she did remind me of her brother. Nia Pratt, veteran medium at your service. Her voice sounded animated and expressive. It was a nice kind of friendly that put my mind at ease. I guess you need some catching up? No need. I went through your memories while you were sleeping. That's crazy and invasive. It was an emergency. But we left the castle. It's over, isn't it? She gave me a sympathetic look, but I didn't feel reassured. You and your friends are still in danger. The castle will find its way to you regardless of where you are. What does that mean? I looked at my wrist. That weird circle didn't go away either. We should take it slow, okay? You are not in immediate danger. And the others, are they fine? Yes, everyone's safe. What does it want exactly? Is it just going after people without a reason? I'll tell you everything I know. I grabbed an energy drink off my shelf. This kind of mess needed more caffeine. I'd like to start with more information from you, otherwise my answer won't make sense. She was already 10 times more helpful than her brother. How much do you remember from yesterday? I know that something weird happened with time, and I remember all of it now. Time itself was rewinded. Why do I remember? Technically, these memories should have ceased to exist. They were removed from this world, but they still exist somewhere else. The idea of a world in which he remained dead saddened me. It's easy to make our minds forget, but our bodies, their memories are impossible to manipulate. That's why us ghosts have a harder time keeping ourselves together. Was that dream also real? It could be. It's not uncommon for us to experience someone else's memories. Is there a chance everyone else will remember? Absolutely! This isn't a special medium skill, it comes with being alive. Should I make him remember? That's not really a question for me, is it? I'd check on them first and decide based on their behavior. Are you going to teach me how to be a medium? Liam will. Yeah, right. He should have done so ages ago. I will if he doesn't, but I think he's going to. At least Liam will be happy to see you again. No, hold up. You can't do that. Why? The whole point of entering the castle was to find you. I didn't want him to find me. I think it was part of my contract, but I'm struggling to remember. Is it because you're a ghost? Yeah. I'll need time to regain all the memories I've lost. And what do I say to him in the meantime? He's going to notice your ring on my finger. Nothing at all. I can borrow a portion of your soul and make it invisible. Even I couldn't see it anymore. Just be careful with it, okay? It's not gone. People can feel the ring by touching it. Now tell me why we should go back to the castle. It's crucial for me to know that. Because the castle didn't give you permission to leave. We forced our way out. Your friends received a curse that will lead them to their deaths if left unchecked. Shit. Though I find it strange that you don't have one. It doesn't matter. How do we get out of this situation? You'll need to go back and resume your investigation. How do I do that when everything wants to kill me? That's part of your job description. The thing is, curses are created by people that have succumbed to their negative emotions. Grief, hatred, regret, anger, guilt. These negative feelings carry strong desires that serve as a foundation for a curse. So the object here is to find out what the castle wants and appease it. It's not always possible to appease it, but learning the cause will provide you with more solutions, yes. And the castle just holds these answers for us? It's that dumb? Isn't that dumb? They can't help it. The castle is a physical manifestation of their desires. It's part of their soul, which means their motives are also hidden somewhere. I wanted to close my eyes again. Maybe this was another dream. You know what would make this easier? Knowing what my talent is. It was unfair how I was given all this work and nothing exciting to match it with. I can help if you allow me to dive through your memories. Oh, now you want my consent. First petty comment of the day. Hey, don't use my own memories against me. Nia looked whiter, much more faded than she was before. Is everything good? I'm running low on energy. Seems like I can't keep this form up for too long. Maybe because I just created it. But I need to ask more. I'll be back. Hang in there. You're smart. You'll figure it out without me. I felt lightheaded for a couple of seconds. She was leeching off of me. Just be careful with my soul. I have no idea how much I can endure. You'd be surprised, like, for real. Still there? I could feel her through the ring but received no response. Part of me was down to admit that this whole medium thing was exciting. Until you brought death into the picture. Should have asked her why she picked me over Liam. And why she didn't look like a colored bedsheet anymore. I chuckled. I glanced toward my phone and saw Ryan's incoming call. Thought about the things we went through, the way we found each other, and how we parted ways. I was sure the castle hadn't been kind to you either. Hey. Morning, how are you doing? There was a hint of concern and I couldn't blame him. Yesterday fucked me up in ways I'd never imagined possible. Alive. Thank God you are. And you? Ghosts, monsters, and those cloaked people with masks. Just brutal. Mostly kept worrying about you. I'm sorry for getting you caught up in all this. You didn't know that would happen. It's over. We can go back to what we always do. I could feel his emotions coming through the phone, the way his soul moved and reacted to my words. And I couldn't bring myself to say it, at least not right now. You coming? Oh yeah, just give me a few. I should be there soon. I'll wait by the tree stump. Was this also part of becoming a medium? I didn't realize that having the ability to feel souls included the living as well. His feelings were pouring into me without the need for words. And they were so warm and bright, and all the bad memories we shared didn't hurt as much. Being alive was all that mattered to me. I walked up to my tree stump and waited. It had been a few days since I managed to take a break like this and do nothing. Watching the world move around me was a special kind of feeling I always enjoyed. Then my eyes caught something strange around the main road that alarmed me. Oh shit, and that was just the first of many. It would blend among the crowd, walk alongside them completely unnoticed by the people they followed. At first I was worried, their presence sent off many warning signs in my head. But they weren't doing anything harmful. I would have felt their negativity right from the get-go, but I didn't. In fact, they even caught me off guard. Were those souls unrelated to the castle? I could see everything, not just the castle. These ghosts weren't following strangers either. They shared a deep feeling of familiarity with the living. I came to realize a lot of things just from this sight alone. This was the sight every medium saw, one they couldn't share. They were obligated to lie and pretend not to see. It was going to be tough for me to adjust to this new world. My phone buzzed again, but I didn't think Ryan would text me now. It was Blake this time around. Well, I find you on campus today. I totally get it if you decide to skip. I might swing by later. Everything okay on your end? Yeah, I'm going to investigate the stray cat thingy with Liam soon. I see. Good luck and don't fight. I'll make no promises. Bitch! Those two really need to set their differences aside. A car parked next to me, and within seconds I saw Ryan coming out. Ryan! My beloved! Let me give you a hug! I can't give you a hug. I am sad now. I have depression. As such, I'm going to burn my fingerprints off. Hang on. I'm going to do a whole bit. Ryan, I cannot hug you. As such, I'm going to burn my fingerprints off. Just kidding. That is stupid. Do not do that. It probably hurts like hell. Do not burn your fingerprints off. It probably hurts like hell. That is my PSA. Warning. He looked fine, but I felt off about this. Something I struggled to put into words. Don't burn my mic again. Hey, that happened one time and I was playing with fire. Do I want to burn my toe prints instead? That sounds even worse, especially since I'm still recovering from a fucking beast. Oh, that's right. I don't think I told you all. Okay, so, story time. God-awful story time. The other day, I kinda sorta got stung. I pissed off a bee, and it stung me. I don't know, I just pissed it off. It stung me on my foot. The scarred up foot, not the good one. It stung me on my foot, and it hurt like hell. I think it might have been a honeybee. If it wasn't a honeybee, then it was a wasp. Yeah, it was probably a wasp. Why would I piss off a bee? Apparently existing is enough to piss off a bee. Fuck wasps. Exactly. Fuck wasps. The only thing I swear, the only thing they're good for is actually controlling the, like, insect populations, actually. They're actually really good at that. Homophobic bees. Wasps are homophobic. He looked fine, but I felt off about this. Something I struggled to put into words. Make some space for me. Did he even take a look at the tree stump? I'll sit on the grass. No, it's fine, I'll do that. We silently watched the cars drive by, but his vision lacked the floating souls moving on the sidewalk. I thought we'd drive to the Saffron Stash. We will, I just needed a moment, I guess. Been in that car for so long, I thought we could chat here. Sure. I agreed with the way he was feeling right now. This feeling of uncertainty looming over me, not knowing what I should be doing, what I should prioritize. Are you going back to campus? I haven't decided yet. Even if I do, I'm not going to be attending any lessons. I get it. You want to make sure everyone's fine. Are you? Of course, nothing can stop this bear. And nothing can stop me from getting to that bear. His soul didn't look the same to me, but it could have been the curse placed on him. Wasn't exactly an expert at reading souls yet. I feel like we need to eat first. Russell's food will fix us up and then we can figure out what to do next. I wished it'd be that simple. I watched him walk back to the car and noticed the spirit's behavior change. They were hurrying away, taking as much distance as they could from him. Were they sensitive to the curse? No, wait. They should have done that from the start, from the moment he parked here. The fuck? Ew. Cobwebs. Ryan. I walked up to the car and leaned forward. I looked around, trying to find a clue, but nothing weird caught my attention. What's up? Are you not getting in? Our eyes met. The bear also seemed fine, but maybe upset by yesterday's night, but who wouldn't be? I mean, yeah. You look worried. I should tell him, but I didn't want to make it worse for him. I stopped doing that and say it. Okay, I have some trauma with wasps. This was years ago, like, like 2009, I think. Yeah, this was like 2009, I think. There was like this PVC pipe in this thing. There was this PVC pipe in this thing. And I didn't realize the wasps were in it, and I wanted to take that PVC pipe and swing it around. I didn't know there were wasps in the thing that the PVC pipe was in. So I pull it out. Lo and behold, there's wasps. My first instinct is to turn around and start running. Keep in mind, I'm like 6, I think. Yeah, I'm around 6. I was around 6 at the time. I ran around. I ran away. I got stung twice. I was screaming. That is one of the earliest things I can remember, and it's getting fucking stung by wasps. Me screaming and running, that happens a lot more often than you think. Stop doing that and say it. Remember what Liam told me yesterday? He said a lot of stuff. Fair. He said I became a medium. Yeah, what about it? I see them everywhere now. Ryan didn't get it at first, then I saw his expression change as he realized where I was going. Are they here? Damn. What, you want to hear more Scream stories? I got more. I have a lot more. Are they here? He eagerly faced the main road, hoping to catch the same sight, only to be met with disappointment. I don't see them. I figured only I can. You're always going to be the same in my eyes, so being able to see dead people isn't an issue to me. Oh, he missed the mark with that one. Thanks, it does feel weird though. I'm sure it can be distracting. I'd always be looking at them. Wait! Are these ghosts dangerous? I would have felt it, I think. Then you're good. That wasn't the point. Still not convinced? It's about getting used to it. Then I felt that sharp pain in my head pointing forward, and I quickly entered the vehicle. Turn the car around. Let's take a different road. Why? Where's this coming from? Just do it. Please. It was growing more and more intense. This kind of pain would have knocked me out if my seal was still here. Okay, I guess we're taking the scenic route. I checked the rear view mirror in hopes of identifying the source, but failed to give this omen a label. Yeah, no, I'm just going to tell the story anyways. This was also years ago. I think I was like 8 or 9, might have been 10. My mom had this family friend, and I actually went to tech school with her kid, with this friend. My mom had this friend that she worked with. I actually went to a tech school with her kids, but that's beside the point. We went to a Halloween party years ago at my mom's friend's house. And people were saying, oh, you need to go behind this one building. You need to go behind this one building because there's something really cool there. And we're like, okay. There was a guy in a clown mask with a fucking chainsaw. Clown mask guy with a chainsaw. I think it might have been her husband. Yeah, I think it might have been her husband. Yeah, it was horrifying. I did not shit my pants, but I hit notes higher than Ariana Grande. With how high-pitched my scream used to be. I was hitting notes higher than Ariana Grande. I was able to hit those notes until I turned 16. After I turned 16, I could not hit those notes anymore. But like from 15 and before, from when I was 15 and before, I was hitting notes higher than Ariana Grande. I cannot go that high anymore, otherwise my voice will fucking die. We're reading Moonlight Castle and telling stories. I checked the rearview mirror in hopes of identifying the source, but failed to give this omen a label. Then I heard a snapping sound, looked up and saw the light pole slowly coming loose. Drive. I'm doing it! He scrambled to get the car running after seeing it too. Faster! People were screaming, alerting others to move away, and then soon enough it began falling down. That hit too close to home for me to feel relief. I mustered the courage to checking behind us, and as Russell continued driving, my face paled. We barely got away. Holy shit. What were the chances of something like that happening? You told me to drive. You knew? I felt something, but I didn't expect that to happen. This was worse than I thought. I protected Ryan, but what about the others? I couldn't guarantee everyone's safety. I needed to get in touch with Liam immediately. What are you doing? Texting Liam. Great, are we still going to the Saffron Stash? Yes, I'll tell him to meet me there. Ryan reached for his radio and turned it on. I'm going to need a good song after that one. Liam reassured me that he'd take care of it, but I didn't feel safe at all. Maybe on my favorite station? There was no music, just a political campaign for the new mayor. Hang on, let me turn into the fucking radio demon. You should have seen our faces when the renovations began. Ryan let out a disappointed grunt and turned it off. Whatever, I'll just play it from my phone. Okay, there we go. Things just keep getting worse. What now? You had my phone and saw my mom's name displaying on the screen. You should answer that. I don't think so. I wouldn't be able to lie and act normal. It's over, Joel. This won't ruin our day off. Yeah. I sincerely hoped Liam did have a solution. My headache slowly died down, a comforting sign that we were safe for now. At least the longer drive allowed me to process my emotions and calm down. When we arrived, I left the car first and hurried inside. And I was met with a classic empty restaurant with just Russell at the counter. Where's Liam? The bull locked eyes with me, but held back from answering my question. I have something for you. Shut the fuck up, Russell. Shut the fuck up. Morning. Morning. Liam left this box for you. I wasn't fully aware of what the Lynx had in mind, but I could feel a warm energy coming from it. I love gifts. The last time Liam gave me something like this, a fake spider came out instead. Oh. This one shouldn't be a prank. I'll do the honors. Papers of different shapes and sizes were sitting at the bottom. Oh. I don't get it. I grabbed one out of curiosity and experienced a sense of relief. They were interacting with my soul, granting a strange wave of pleasure similar to a massage. According to Liam, these are protective charms to fend off evil. We knew that, Russell! Shut the fuck up! We assumed you also needed it, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah. I looked at Ryan's confused face as he browsed through the pile. Don't keep him in the dark. Oh no, I forgot about his annoying talent. So, what do I do with these exactly? Just keep them with you at all times. They're so warm. They will run out in a day or so. Make sure to come by. Make sure to come by when they do to get another set. I needed to avoid eye contact. Thankfully, my mind prioritized something else. It's a little weird that you guys were ready for this, like, you expected it? What? Was I the only one thinking about it? No, that's... The castle cursed us. We all felt it in the morning. Quite the change for you, huh? Everyone makes mistakes. Just a couple, not a big deal. So, wait, the castle is causing this? Innocent people could have died because of me. But they didn't, and now these charms will keep you safe. It's a temporary solution. They won't hide you forever. They camouflage your soul? Something like that, yes. You know, having to hold on to these forever isn't ideal. How do we get rid of the curse? I couldn't get away from this anymore. We'll have to go back. You're joking, right? The bear sought confirmation from Russell, but the bull didn't say anything. Come on, tell me that there's another way. You guys got these amazing powers, yet nothing will work? Can't you just dispel this like wizards do in games? I'm sorry. I felt awful. He didn't sign up for this, and I couldn't provide a real solution. I wasn't blaming you guys. We're having another meeting tonight. Is Liam planning to take us back? I can't say, but I'm confident about tonight just being a strategy meeting. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll start cooking in the meantime. This sucked. There was no way around it. We had to go back. Were you already a medium? I always wondered whether he was keeping it a secret. No. I couldn't see souls until yesterday, just like you. And yet your talent was already unlocked. I don't understand it myself. You didn't know how to use it. Lucky me. I guess we're still in the early stages. Hopefully you'll get the hang of it. Again, take your time. What about monsters? Have you met those? Yes. A hint of regret in his voice. Just like Liam invited himself to our table, so did Russell. I have never liked swimming. You guys used water to slow them down? I didn't think of that myself. He looked at me confused. No, he was the one splashing us with that disgusting slime. Mr. Blorbo! Yay! We love you, Mr. Blorbo! Then I came to understand a horrible truth. Yeah, if we sacrifice Russell, will the curse be not alive anymore? We met different monsters, didn't we? It's not reassuring to learn that. I'll tell you more about mine then. I shared my castle experience with Russell. That's a lot. And this is just my own exploration. Tonight I'll hear all about everyone else's. I'm back. Do you feel better now? Raised a brow in confusion. Ryan instead looked flustered by the question. Yeah, of course. Was your stomach upset or something? Nah, the big bear's hungry. I thought about that dream again. Russell plated the food and I watched Ryan happily munch those sausages. He went back to his usual self a bit too fast. Don't let the food run cold. Sorry. My appetite increased after losing that seal, but I also felt stronger in a way. I remembered those days when I looked pale and ready to collapse. That seemed unrealistic now. God, I needed that! My senses sharpened after having breakfast. I could feel all the souls nearby just focusing on my own. Ryan's calmed down after containing the charm. Ryan's was much bigger, such a clear difference that confirmed his new status as a medium. Russell's was much bigger, such a clear difference that confirmed his new status as a medium. Yet I couldn't feel mine. Asking Russell was pointless since he lacked the experience to provide the answers I was looking for. Isn't it sad? What is? Today we got here so late that this is lunch now. Yeah. Hey, you were judging me! No, I agree with you. Yes, but the way you looked at me said otherwise. That's up to interpretation. Your eyes can be petty as well. I smiled. Totally. This is your check. I gave it a passive glance, but the final cost immediately caught my attention. Wait, why is it cheaper? You're right, I didn't notice. We paid almost double that amount yesterday. It's on me. You really want us to come back that badly. You don't need to sweeten the deal. Noticed a weird shift in Russell's soul, but I couldn't understand what it meant. Leave it on the counter, I'm being called. It's finally time for a day off. I was glad to see his excitement return. See you tonight. We shouted but received no answer. Russell had basically run away. That was the feeling I got from him. Ryan stood in front of the car, watching it up close, focusing his attention on the hood. Is there a problem? I should quickly check if everything's fine. We totally dodged the pole, though. This car isn't exactly new. No, you can't punch Ryan in the titties because I'm squeezing them. My uncle and I repaired it together, so it's basically a resurrection job. And I forced the car to do something it wasn't supposed to do. Oh, I see. Just a few minutes, I promise. We're not in a hurry today, go ahead. Ryan unlocked the car, opened the hood, and leaned forward. I didn't understand anything. I watched him touch something, pull other things, mumble terms beyond my comprehension. Yeah, I didn't get it at all. Joel, I'm here. I don't know if I should say it. The answer is always yes, you should know. I was thinking about going home for the day. Unless you need me here or something, I wouldn't mind sticking around if you asked. Should I come with you? Nah, it'd be such a boring day for you. I think the car needs a replacement, which is why I'm heading back to my uncle's. Is that safe for you to drive? Should be, just gotta keep an eye on my speed. I was worried, but the charms Liam gave us were working, I could see it clearly. I wasn't feeling so bothered then. No, don't kick him in the dick. Don't punch him in the face either. Don't punch him in the face because I'm kissing his face. And don't punch him in the dick. Why was I feeling so bothered then? Moved closer to him and hung another charm on his fur. I'm not a Christmas tree. Stop decorating me. His fur was thick enough to hold them the same way a tree would. How can I be certain that you'll be okay? Because I can take care of myself and you'd force me to stay if you truly felt that way. I decided I didn't want to be in your way. I'm not going to stay on campus for long, just a quick check on what the others are doing. I wanted you back. And I'm hoping to get this solved as soon as possible. Saffron Stash. Dinner together? I like that. After waving at me with an infectious smile, I gave him one back before watching him leave. He should have stayed, but I was sure that learning about the castle shook him. And if he needed time alone, time away from me, I understood that. Keep me updated. I left him a small text that I didn't expect Ryan to read. I'd be mad if he did. He was driving. I stared at my classroom's closed door and refused to knock. How was I supposed to study in a situation like this? I couldn't focus on it when something else much more appealing had fallen on my lap. I mean, dangerous, yeah. Ghosts were also walking through hallways, chasing after students, but always sticking to the same person. Were they family? I didn't know how to feel, knowing that my mother could potentially stalk me in the afterlife. But then everyone should have a ghost following them. I couldn't come up with an explanation. Was there a requirement? Nia talked me through the importance of emotions and how tightly connected those are to the essence of a soul. I wondered if maybe a positive emotion could create a different situation, a good environment. Clyde? I mindlessly charged forward, believing the council room would be open. Instead, I found myself bumping against a locked door. I played it cool, hoping to hide the shame. One moment. He hurried out a response, and as I leaned closer against the door, I heard another voice. If I could get a grasp on what they were discussing, Clyde unlocked the door for me. A lady came out, and after briefly glaring at me, she walked away. She carried a strong presence from the way she walked to the way her soul manifested. Her eyes were being lured toward her. Didn't spell danger, but I sure felt intimidated. Yeah, fuck you, Margaret. Fuck you. Just fuck you, Margaret. Clyde doesn't want you. Sorry about that. His voice snapped me back to reality. It's okay. It was just Clyde, papers scattered across his desk and folders opened wide. Must have been reading through them with her. The dragon returned to his seat and invited me to join him. How are you doing? I'm managing. I focused on his soul and felt the exact same curse accompanied by the comforting presence of Liam's charm. Are you still okay with joining the council? I feel I should ask again. I honestly couldn't answer that question. I quickly imagined what it would be like, the advantages it offered, but also the additional chores. And I didn't want to talk with anyone unless I had to. What about a trial period? Slowly dipping your toes in to find out for yourself. Thought I already agreed to join. He even gave me paperwork to sign and stuff. Yes, that's correct. We went through a meeting and your request was immediately approved. But I always have the last say in it, which is why I can change the agreement whenever I want to. That's allowed? Rules are usually in place to prevent people from abusing their power. It's always because someone stepped out of line, became greedy, and wanted too much. I say usually, but sometimes rules can also be oppressive and unfair. My flawless reputation allows me to blur the line as long as it's done in good faith. He would totally get away with it. We were lucky to have a good guy representing the students. I couldn't imagine how miserable it would have been with a selfish asshole. Sure, I'll do this trial period or whatever. Wonderful. Clyde opened his drawer and revealed a keychain with way too many keys attached to it. He'd pick one, mumble a quick description about it, and move on to a similar-looking key. This is it. He separated it from the rest and handed it to me. This is a new edition, something Blake wanted to get for us three. You guys work fast. It wasn't the first time he requested a room, but the council kept turning him down due to his history. What history? Entering locked rooms without permission, climbing through windows, and sitting on the roof. That was just average Blake behavior, minus the entering. He doesn't look like the kind of guy who would do that. People worry he might hurt himself. The responsibility would fall on us, so I understand. And what changed? He wagered the stray cat at an accident. The council wants a corporate so bad that they're willing to compromise. I see. I'm going to assume Blake and Liam are currently investigating as we speak. I can feel his anxiety spike. Yeah. I'd be worried too. You want me to join them? I would feel much better knowing that you're with them. Sure, any ideas of where they are right now? I can't say. He took all the papers up to our new room. You better wait there for them to return and take the opportunity to read through some folders yourself. My new privilege as a council member was receiving chores. So exciting. You'll find it on the 5th floor, the last room in the back. Not secluded enough, if I say so myself. My sarcasm blended well with my disappointment. Blake picked that room. Of course he did. Alright, I better get moving. Just take the elevator. I was about to leave the room when Clyde hurled the worst possible advice in my direction. Yeah! That's the plan. What do you mean, what was that? Axel, what do you mean, what was that? My fucking back. It sent a shiver down my spine. I wouldn't be caught dead using one. I took the stairs. Nobody needed to know. It was going to be my humiliating secret. I would accept my grueling punishment and collapse. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Joel noises. He is absolutely a bottom. I got the back of an old grandpa. See, there's an explanation for that. There's an explanation for why I have the back of a grandpa. Why I have grandpa back. Turns out, doing marching band for, like, 7 years fucks up your back. Yeah, it turns out doing marching band for 7 years kind of fucks up your back. And on top of that, on the bass drum, which is the instrument that I played, it's very top front heavy. So you're like, so it's like pulling you forward and down at the same time. So you like arch your back so that way it doesn't fuck you up. So that way you don't fall forward. It also fucks your sight because you cannot see what's in front of you. You've always wanted to play the bass drum? Here's my genuine advice for you. Go for the concert bass drum. Go for concert bass drum. That is my best advice. Go for concert bass drum. Because it is it's better for your back. Because, like, marching bass drum, it pulls you forward, so you, like, lean back, and it fucks you up. Really, the only instrument I play anymore is piano. That's really the only instrument I play anymore, and even then, I really don't play it anymore. I just, like, play keyboard. Like, my laptop keyboard. Does mayonnaise count? I am determined to turn mayonnaise into an instrument. I'm going to turn mayonnaise into an instrument. I would accept my grueling punishment and collapse. Yeah, my body didn't do that anymore. I just felt tired. It was actually nice to only feel tired like a normal person would. I followed Clyde's instructions and walked up to the last room. Blake? I knocked as well but received no answer. Twisting the knob didn't do anything either. The two must have been out somewhere. I inserted the key and unlocked the door. It was a smaller room that had probably been unused for a while. Seeing what Blake left on the floor, he must have been in the process of cleaning it, only for something to interrupt him. I cracked a smile when I saw the big window in the back, a perfect view to look at the sky and no buildings or people in the way. That dream came to mind one more time. I wondered if the guy Blake talked to was Anthony. It would be an awkward question, so I shrugged it off. When I walked up to his desk, some folders were neatly stacked on top, but one was left open. It mentioned a window being broken by a cloaked figure. A witness recounted that he barged into the room, threw a knife, and ran off. They couldn't see his face, but rumors that Liam was the culprit spread like wildfire on campus. Funny thing about that, Axel, someone already did. This felt incomplete. The knife wasn't found. Nobody chased this guy down at all. How did he manage to get away in the first place? Red notes were written around the file describing the place and potential witnesses' names, the minimum amount of work. When I felt the paper under my skin, I realized that this was a convincing copy, but not the original. Blake also locked this room before going out. Something's not right. The wolf returned alone with yet another folder in the crook of his arm. Snooping around without me? I am technically allowed here now. I'm kidding. The wolf walked up to the desk, dumped the folders, and headed over for the window. Still no Liam in sight. Before I could finish the sentence, Blake dropped onto the floor. You okay? I moved closer only to see him fully splayed across the floor, eyes fixated on the sky. We have chairs. Not the same. He was in the same position as the one I saw in the dream. I lowered myself next to him, but I didn't do the same. I was told Liam would be with you. Don't ruin this moment. I didn't reply, but he could feel my stare. We didn't agree on certain things and decided to split. He's investigating on his own, that's all. And this disagreement was a very polite discussion. I'm sure it was. I'm serious, he was reading into the librarian and wanted access to her folder, but I told him that was too far. Is she a witness? My question lingered in that quiet room. His demeanor shifted and his soul slowed down. She's the girl I defended. Oh. Thing is, he doesn't need to have her contact info, whether he's a culprit or not. Why don't we... She's not on campus today and I don't plan on abusing my position just to call her unannounced. Liam would have done that, but she would never talk to him if she believed him to be the culprit. I don't know where Liam is right now and I personally don't care. The wolf adjusted his poncho to make a comfortable pillow and yawned. Just taking a break for now. I guess I shouldn't ask you to let me try then? There is no reason to put her on edge when we can meet up tomorrow instead. Fair. Anything else? I've been looking through similar accidents hoping to find a lead, anything that can show me a different suspect. You think Liam's innocent? I was genuinely surprised to hear that. I want to believe Clyde. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I want to believe he doesn't know better. It shouldn't be our responsibility to teach him. Nope, you're right, but I wouldn't mind. I know how it feels to be lost. Depends on what we find. There is a line that you can't cross no matter what, and when you do, it's over. There's no coming back. I agree. I wouldn't want to help him either if he hurt you. Liam's never raised a hand against anyone. His pranks never got violent. Yeah? Patrice stopped by to give me his account on Liam. I'm just parroting what I heard. His tone was filled with doubts and uncertainties. I'll help. Just tell me what you need. A gentle smile appeared across his face, a relief that pushed loneliness away. Have you read that file? Supposed to be my next review. The one you left on the desk? Yeah, I just did. We're stopping by that classroom. Blake reluctantly asked me to move for him to stand on his feet. I guess we should do that before lunch. He leaned toward the window one more time, hoping to sear into his mind the perfect picture of the sky. I have to get Clyde to give us a couch. You're never getting that. His fridge got approved. I don't see why my request won't work. Unfortunately, they didn't see you the same way they saw Clyde. You need to think smaller. Pillows. So many pillows all over the floor. Yeah, that's easier. You won't need approval at all. Noted. It was nice being able to enjoy a day like this as if nothing ever happened. Blake, of all people, shouldn't remember. I couldn't imagine what kind of reaction he would have. I'm ready. He grabbed the folder I just read and left the room. What's the plan? I watched the wolf take out his own key and lock the door again. I'll be interrogating the students that witnessed the accident for additional proof. I could speed up the process and gather some students myself, but I didn't want to talk to people. I have a hunch, but I can't confirm it yet. Blake walked away and my brain immediately alerted me with a frightening warning from the future I could avoid right now by speaking up. Who's going for the elevator? We should take the stairs. Fuck, I actually said it. He fully turned around. His eyes revealed themselves as they caught a glimpse of my face. Why? The elevator's right there. I didn't think that far ahead. Anything other than admitting the embarrassing truth would make me look like a weirdo to him. I feel like walking. Why wait when we can get there faster? I came across as a door-to-door salesman that wanted to pitch a bad product. Sure. The wolf didn't hesitate to turn back and walk past me. Crisis averted! Make sure to take notes, that way you know what to do next. Never mind, I was still in danger. I'm sure it's not that bad. It's important to ask the right questions. People won't give you a lot of time, especially college students. I had a few minutes left to mentally prepare myself for this unexpected challenge. We entered the classroom and I was immediately hit by a gust of wind and students reminding Blake to close the door. I see, it hasn't been repaired yet. The wolf took charge and explained to everyone why we were there and what we wanted to do. Can I have a moment of your time? I strayed from the group to observe the window up close. According to the folder, the culprit entered the room, broke the window, and ran away. There was no motive. A prank had a motive, as useless as it may sound. I looked out the window and the view caught my attention. There was a small gap between the window and the opposing wall, enough space for someone to walk around the building without being seen. How did they fail to retrieve the knife from the alleyway beneath the window? It couldn't have gotten lost. Did someone take it? We couldn't rule out the possibility of an accomplice stealing evidence from the scene. I walked back to Blake, who seemed busy interrogating a student. Was the whole class present when the culprit showed up? I believe so. Do you mind telling us everything you saw that day? We were in the middle of an exam when this guy barged into the room through the window. Blake and I exchanged a surprised look. Wait, through the window? Yes, I don't understand what exactly happened, but he shattered the window, rushed through the classroom, and ran into the corridor. We were speechless. This didn't match the folder at all. Are you sure? Is this exactly what you saw? Yeah, absolutely. Other classmates backed him up as they listened to our interrogation. Blake quickly walked to the window and looked around just like I did before. So, you're saying the culprit came from here? Yes. The other students attempted to give him a description, but their memories of his appearance varied. Could they be a flyer? Even if they could fly, the culprit couldn't have done that. Oh, because that would have proved Liam's innocence already. There is one way for the culprit to make this work, but wow, if he did, that's crazy. Blake faced the sky and pointed at the floor above. No way. Did you see anything unusual left behind by the culprit? One of my friends said they saw something dangling, but we were all looking at the guy. Interesting. Blake thanked them for their time and told me that we were leaving. I know what you're thinking, and I don't believe anyone would attempt to sue it. I need to make sure of that. I wondered why their account was different from the one reported on the folder. Do you know who's in charge of making this specific report? That's our second destination. We climbed up one flight of stairs and met a locked door. Not a classroom, convenient. An out-of-service sign dangled from the top. This has to be a bathroom. Blake pulled out a similar keychain to one Clyde carried and unlocked the door for us. I guess this room would make sense. The culprit didn't have to worry about being seen. He could have changed here undisturbed. Then I heard the flushing of a toilet. Figured. I also used the sink. Everything was working fine. Fake sign, but the door was locked. Someone might have tricked a council member into locking it afterwards. I needed to confirm the jump. The whole argument wouldn't hold otherwise. Let's say they used a rope. Do you see something sturdy enough to hold Liam? Not necessarily him, but around his shape and weight. Only I had one on hand. I didn't realize the implications of the sentence right away. I am not your test dummy. I caught a tiny chuckle as he avoided answering me. I think I have a good idea of what happened. There's one thing this case confirmed to me. The folder has been tampered with. Thought it was strange how this one in particular was a black and white copy of the original. You should know that we've had a few folders go missing. I called it carelessness, but now we have grounds to claim otherwise. You guys keep a log about this? Absolutely, yeah. It's looking like an inside job so far by someone with enough power to keep the council on the wrong track. So what do you think? Have I earned the detective title? You should ask me that after solving the case, not now. I already did it. We don't have a name yet. Soon. Just gotta check those records in Clyde's room. He faced the window, then looked at the door and sighed. I know it's not the time for it, but I'm craving one so bad. I could see him shuffling through his pockets without taking anything out. Just a little longer. We could go for a walk, maybe? Planning to keep me company for longer, then I guess I'll have to hold it in. Just for you. I have nothing else to do, that's all. We just happen to be doing the same thing. As good council members should be. Exactly. Glad to hear we're on the same page. I avoided making eye contact and hurried outside. You met with Clyde earlier, right? I did. What about it? Seen anything strange? Was he meeting with someone? Anything that caught your attention? Was he suspecting Clyde? I don't think so. We chatted for a bit, then I was told that he was worried about leaving you alone with Liam, and that's about it. I see. Oh, wait, I'm not sure if this matters, but I saw a female student coming out of his room just before I arrived. Margaret? I don't really know her name, sorry. No, that's okay. It could have been anyone, honestly. Thanks for letting me know. He seemed lost in thought, and I didn't know what to make of it. I didn't have enough information to make the same connections he did. As we walked downstairs, I noticed a familiar shape waiting by Clyde's room.
The puppy squad has finally arrived.
Weird comment aside, I expected him to be waiting inside the room. I know you love being you, but can we cut to the chase?
But skipping my dialogue means missing your chance to smile.
The ones you give me are upside down.
Still counts.
I reached for the handle beside him, and after confirming that the door was locked, Liam laughed.
LMAO! You should have known. Clyde left somewhere and I was asked to let you know that he'll be away for the day.
Where exactly?
Dunno, but I'll find out soon.
Their souls were growing restless, taking shape outside their bodies, a shape I couldn't understand. I see. Then they quieted down, feeling the charms take action by hiding their presence.
We can talk later about this.
He gave me a short glance.
About everything.
You always bring terrible news.
It's all about having a better mindset.
Obviously. Blake searched through his keychain one more time.
I left my own report on Clyde's desk for you, to see if you care.
Thanks, I guess.
You'll need to bend the rules if you want to make sense of this one.
Blake gave him a look, then unlocked the door for us.
Good luck, though.
Now I want to smoke even more. I wondered whether leaving the castle talk for tonight was a good idea. But I could see how stressed Blake looked, and even if he did his best to keep it hidden. There were so many things I hadn't mentioned yet because of this case. Can you check Liam's report for me? I want to look for those logs. Of course, that's actually much easier than diving through those piles of paper. Feel free to skip all the things we already know. Blake took a deep breath, opened the drawers under the desk, and began skimming. I sat down and grabbed the folder Liam left behind. He seemed to have reached similar conclusions to Blake. He noted how our class had never been targeted, explaining why I had zero clue about any of this. On the other hand, that would put a target on his back, with people thinking how obvious it must be for the culprit to avoid his own classroom. My eyes widened upon reading his analysis on the feedback received from the witnesses he interrogated. Liam thinks that the culprit is a medium as well. Is he even trying to make himself look innocent? Either that, or they have ties with one. At least we know that the knife is an original and not a mere copy. I watched Blake frantically open more drawers, throwing stuff out, creating a chaotic wasteland of paper. Clyde won't like that. We have bigger problems right now. I can't find the log. The whole folder's gone. But Clyde never leaves his room, and if he does, he makes sure to lock the door. I didn't need him to say what he was thinking. There's one more thing in the folder Liam gave you. It's more like a note for you specifically. I go through enough love letters as it is. He talks about Clyde. He froze and slowly turned toward me. Come closer. It reassured him that Clyde wasn't directly involved, but rather someone else close to him was. But Liam wasn't in the position to take action because they were looking at him. He mentioned being followed, which was the reason why he faked an argument with Blake and acted on his own. And concluded his letter with the same sentence from before. He seemed pretty confident about you having to break the rules. The wolf didn't reply, but his soul stirred, giving off a strange nostalgic feel similar to a longing for someone. You think Clyde's being blackmailed? Maybe that would corroborate Liam's theory. There is one thing about Clyde that only I know. Well, judging by this letter, I'm not the only one anymore. It's his family, isn't it? It goes much deeper than that, but you're not too far off. And that was all I was going to get. Well, we've reached the end. Anticlimactic. It could have been better, I agree. Blake kicked the drawer shut and with a tired exhale, faced the window again. I'll be interrogating the librarian tomorrow. Will you be there? I didn't even notice the ad ran. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice it ran. Fuck. I'm so sorry. Fuck. Fuck. I will. Great. My phone buzzed. A message from Ryan reporting that he was on his way back, driving to the Saffron Stash. I typed back a short response to confirm. No, I didn't! Are you free right now? Technically, I am not. Clyde left the building, so I'm supposed to cover for him unless someone else comes over to swap. Oh, I thought you wanted to smoke. Ugh. Don't remind me. I was hoping we could walk over to Russell's and you get that craving done on the way. Blake looked conflicted. You know what? It's a short walk. I see no issue in leaving the room unsupervised for a little bit. Just lock the room for 10 minutes. Who's going to notice? Oh, I sure hope nobody will or Clyde will kick my ass. But I feel like I deserve a break. Look at all this unpaid work. Blake, after fully talking himself into my evil suggestion, pulled out his pack and lighter from his pocket. I also don't want to be here a second longer. A nice breeze caressed my fur as I walked outside. Blake followed after me only to stop in his tracks. He was looking forward to relieving some of that stress we carried throughout the day. Finally! He lit up his cigarette, a big puff of smoke followed suit. Then the smell of nicotine filled our lungs. You don't mind, right? I minded the implications of him smoking more. Not really. That's my second today. What's your average? Around 5. Is that a lot? I don't really know. I limited myself to knowing smoking itself was bad. I'd smoke more, but have you seen how pricey these things are? Not only are they dangerous, they also bring you into debt. Don't say that. Sorry, I know I shouldn't joke like that. Hearing these things might put you on edge, but I wasn't being serious. Yesterday night was too real for me to brush anything he said off as a joke. But I don't want you to feel like you can't say what's on your mind. Things are different now. I know we can have a conversation about it. I feel like you're telling me what I want to hear. Is that so? His eyes met mine. Something piqued his curiosity, a passionate look that almost got me to blush. I had fun today, and I just wanted to make sure that you're okay. They're on the same page, I guess. I was blabbering, enough freaking out. He just looked at me! I wouldn't mind doing this again. Yes, I wouldn't mind it either. How's Ryan doing? I haven't seen him around today. I don't know. We met earlier, got lunch together, and then he drove back home. I was hoping to spend time with him at the Saffron Stash, before the meeting. I heard about the meeting. I'm not okay with it, but what I feel matters very little. It does to me. That came out too strong. I know. But I trust you. I trust Clyde and I trust the others. Hold up, hold up! Blake fingers are biteable! Blake fingers are biteable. Yeah, they're not as biteable as Clyde, but they're so biteable. I just want to say this. For all the characters except Russell, RayQ, Mr. Artist, thank you for making all the characters' fingers biteable, except Russell's, of course. Except Russell's. I'm gonna bite them. You couldn't hear that, but I was like clacking my teeth. But I trust you. I trust Clyde. I trust the others. Almost all of them, yeah. I'll be playing along with anything you want. That's what I'm here for. The next time it'll just be us. How does that sound? It sounds like the perfect invitation to me. My head immediately called it a date. Fuck! It was not a date. I'll see you in a couple of hours. Blake waved his paw back at me as he walked back to the school. I should check on Ryan. I walked inside and chaos welcomed me instead. All the tables had been flipped, chairs on the floor, glass shards from broken plates as far as the eye could see. Giant stains covered the carpets, big footprints that walked in a straight line from the counter to the entrance. Russell was crouching, trying to clean this mess alone. What happened here? Russell stopped and instead of facing me, resumed working. I had to deal with an annoying client. From the looks of things, this didn't feel like just one client to me. I'll clean up this area and have you sit there while I finish the rest. I had a feeling you wouldn't ask me to help him, but I could never stand there and watch him. He looked so miserable. Let him suffer! Shut the fuck up, Russell. Let him suffer. I'll help. No, there's no need to do that. Ryan's on his way. Do you want him to see this? What about Liam? You can get the tables back up and raise the chairs. I'm okay with that. He gave me the easiest job, but I considered that a win in my book. Something was better than nothing. What's with me? I don't like Russell. Like, I get that everyone has a comfort character. Everyone has a comfort character. Russell is my confront character. Every time I see him, I just want to square up, especially after what he did to Joel. Something was better than nothing. Don't mention what you saw here. Another new secret added to the pile. Watched Russell clean the restaurant for an hour, more or less. What did he do? He hurt Joel. And hurting Joel is a sin against God. Watched Russell clean the restaurant for an hour, more or less. He offered me a small beer, but we both knew this was his not-so-subtle attempt at buying my silence. I did like free stuff, though. I checked my phone and noticed how close we were to getting to the meeting. I thought about Ryan again. Then I caught his big silhouette running toward the door, and about time I'd say, I'm here, sorry, I just couldn't get here any faster. His soul was already acting up, shivering and trembling. Fear, hesitation, I couldn't place it. Is everything alright? Yeah, he also got killed. And because he refused help. Is everything alright? Yep, all good. I worked the day away trying to get the car fixed. I told you not to worry, didn't I? Nothing happened. You did? So, how was your day? Did you do any ghost hunting stuff while I was gone? Hell no. Great, because, well, it'd be a shame if I had missed something. I don't know if we should be excited about it. Do you hate it? No, at least I don't think so. I feel like it'd be worse if you were to deal with this while carrying negativity. I guess. I feel neutral for now, but it did feel free in a way. I'm not the only one who's supposed to talk here, so share your day as well. It was really boring compared to yours. Unfair, I'm done talking unless you say something back. You should take it as a compliment. I just want to hear you talk. Anything goes. It was impossible for him to keep a straight face after saying that, but I really wished he did. I feel the same. That's why I don't want this conversation to be so one-sided. You're right, I shouldn't hog all the Joel for myself like this. He shouldn't do what? Enough, I won't be able to resist the hat's call if we keep going down this path. A healthy Joel needs one hatting every day at a minimum. No, he does not. We spent some more time discussing our day and having small talk until Liam arrived.
I didn't think you'd get here first.
Is that a problem?
It is. I had a few jokes ready for you, but they're unusable now because you got here faster than me.
That sure is an issue.
You say that, but I know you appreciate my comedy genius.
Seems like the castle's still making you delirious.
I get it, too shy to admit it. Anyways, we got, like, 1 hour before everyone else shows up. I thought you'd want some alone time with me before the main show begins.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear any of that. Sorry, I think I might need the bathroom. Go on without me.
Russell was right on the money.
Liam moved closer and studied me from top to bottom.
You're the only one who hasn't been cursed.
Do you know why?
I don't have the whole picture yet, but I can say with confidence that the curse is interested in you.
I'm not ready for that kind of commitment, really.
You already know this.
Are you referring to the requirements you mentioned a few days ago?
No, these are two completely different things. A curse tends to avoid mediums if they can, which is why I need to debate. Sorry about that. But the curse seems to treat Joel differently from us, and he's a medium too.
The castle wants you alive, that's the short of it.
To the point of allowing you a rewind.
Oh, you've noticed?
I wasn't sure, but this morning it all came back to me. You gave them your seal, and the night repeated itself.
Don't ask me how or why.
But you do know what caused it.
That was the one thing I'd rather not say. His death.
Interesting.
I thought the curse wants to kill people. I don't understand.
You gotta let go of the small fish to catch a bigger one.
Me? And why would the seal matter?
The curse feeds on souls, and killing is just one way of harvesting it.
My seal was in the way then.
They gain more from letting you produce soul instead of outright killing you.
They see us as livestock.
Basically. And when the curse believes you're not useful anymore, death!
I was starting to understand. Emotions are deeply rooted into the soul.
That's right, by fucking with your mind, they get stronger.
I see. This method ensures a bigger quantity, but what about quality?
The law of consent.
The what now? Thank you, Amethyst! Thank you! We appreciate you. Hang on, I dropped something earlier. The wire cutters. So, real quick, let me fix this. What I do during stream is I fidget with something. Typically the shit that I have on my desk. Like, let me show you what I mean. I fidget with shit, like, all the time. Right now, I am fidgeting with a pair of wire cutters. The what now? I was hoping we weren't thinking of the same thing.
When both parties agree on something, the end result is better.
Doing something against your will creates a bad product. And forcing it creates garbage.
Correct. This reflects on our souls as well. Which is why they take it slow, wearing you down until you're incapable of fighting back. It's a form of torture.
It won't always lead to a clear consent, but I get the gist of it. Nia did that to me. And then she asked me to search my memories.
Did you find anything about my sister?
No.
I know she's in there. Now that the curse is fully awakened, I just need to dig deeper.
You tell me that calling ghosts by their name will drastically increase the chance of summoning it. Why haven't you said her name already?
Patrice asked me the same thing, and, well, I'll give you the same response. I want her to hear me, regardless of how I find her. Patrice will handle this issue for me. He has a right to it just like I do.
It felt awful. His soul stirred, tormented by remorse, and I couldn't say it. What's the plan? The others should be here soon.
I need you to take my side and convince them to explore the castle again.
It was a tough request.
You and Ryan experienced the cursed firsthand. Having you two back me up should make it easier for me.
Is there nothing else we can do?
The castle will consider them disposable and create accidents to claim their lives. They don't actually have to do anything. Lock them in the safe room if you have to. But my charms won't hold for long, not until I figure out what the castle is after. The more we learn, the easier it gets to stay alive.
I thought this was going to be easy for you. What the heck happened?
The organization sold me out.
Your organization? He did mention this was a job, but an actual organization for ghosts? It's an institution that keeps an eye on the supernatural activities. I can't believe I just said that out loud.
I was given false leads and I fell for it. Someone wanted me gone. Blake got nothing on these guys.
I'm overwhelmed again.
I know. Which is why I postponed this discussion as much as I possibly could. But we don't have time. Tomorrow night, we have to go back. That way I can make better charms.
I'm back. He took one look at my face and expression quickly soured. Bad. Super bad.
I need you to know...
Fuck.
I need you to know that I've been limiting myself to share what's important right now.
You are?
Let's leave the optional stuff for tomorrow. It includes some basic medium training.
I want to watch that. Please stop looking at me like I'm some sort of superhero. He's begging you to take him as your sidekick. Don't read my mind. It wasn't needed. Thoughts don't count. I didn't say it out loud, okay? But, you know, if you ever considered it. Oh, Ryan wants it so bad. Ryan, baby. Ryan, baby. Listen to me. I love you to death, but please, for the love of all that is holy, stop riding Joel's dick. Please! Because all it's going to do is hurt you in the long run. You're better than that. of course, let's be real. They're all Joel sexual. All of them. They're only attracted to Joel. But please, Ryan, stop riding Joel's dick. Please. Please don't do that either. But, if you ever considered it, no. The answer is no. It will always be no. I can barely keep myself out of trouble. And that's why I'm here. You save people and I'll save you. That's not the point! It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. Don't use that. Don't use that. Everyone will see it.
Guess it's time.
The doors swung open and some of our friends walked in. We agreed to wait for everyone to arrive, but seeing them all here in front of me forced me to acknowledge the curse in its entirety. Liam's charms wouldn't hold, especially when the soul produces more energy.
Nice. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you took some time to rest and recharge.
Today's been shit.
Isn't that every day to you?
You assured me it would take one day. You fucked us. Not just me. You fucked everyone.
I know. Listen, I didn't know that either. Let's talk it out and find a solution.
No, don't worry about it. I don't know. We can't put a stop to our lives just because you said so. Clyde and I have work to do besides attending school.
And you took me down with you. Yes, I know all about it, unfortunately.
You texted me about organizing yet another trip. Is this true? I came because Clyde asked me to attend, but I'm not willing to go through that ever again. It was reckless, dangerous, and we got incredibly lucky that all of us managed to escape. Not everyone did the first time around. How's your wound? I remembered your hand bleeding.
Oh, that was a neat party trick I did for a friend of mine.
Russell's soul reacted to that claim, but as always, his unchanging and stoic expression offered no explanation. You stabbed yourself?
You want to hear about my exploration that badly? Well, skill issue. I need to get everyone on board first.
No. I'd rather not.
And that's not a no. Good sign.
Stop fucking around and tell them why they have to. We have to? Yeah, I believe so too. I knew you've been hiding something. You left somewhere with Liam. Where did you two go? I visited a family friend to do some research. And you brought Liam.
He needed a medium. You didn't fit the bill.
Did you guys discover anything important?
Ha! Slow down, we're skipping steps. I need everyone to agree on another exploration.
When are you planning to go?
Tomorrow night.
He was betting one more day, but from the looks of things, it wouldn't be enough. Why do you need us anyway? You're the medium. Keep us out of this. He can't do that.
I wish I could. But I can't.
I'll tell you what happened earlier today, so please listen to me. I could see the fear slowly creeping up on their faces when I told them about the pole incident. Some turned to Ryan, who nodded in agreement. That was way too intense. It's okay, just be on your guard around poles. Liam immediately snorted in response. The curse doesn't only target poles, you fucking idiot. It doesn't? Yeah, everything that can be remotely dangerous to you is now guaranteed to attack you. No way, that's crazy! You can't be serious. Liam quickly explained about the charms he distributed earlier this morning. I don't like this. How are we supposed to handle it? The castle's in a goddamn army after us! That was fun. Not at all.
We have the safe room. I'm going to finish the job.
It was wishful thinking, but we didn't have a choice on the matter. If you say it's safe for me, then I'll do it.
I like that new look in your eyes. It suits you more.
Flirting? You seem less scared. Good for you, Patrice. I don't feel like I am. My body keeps shaking. I can't make it stop. But I want to be here. I'm doing it for her. And I want you guys to know her name. Nia Pratt used to be my girlfriend years ago, and I hope to keep her memory alive. Liam didn't want to admit it. It was written all over his face. He was hurt just by Patrice bringing it up. Hey, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. That's okay, really. I don't think I'm the only one affected by it. We all are now. I feel like we should cooperate, Blake. Like he said, we don't need to actively participate. I wasn't planning to take action either, but if there is no way around it.
I need a favor from you, though.
More, I've been way too patient with you today.
Oh, let's not bring our private business into the conversation.
You love having the last word, don't you?
I need you to draw something for me. I'm commissioning you.
You spend too much time on the internet.
I live on the internet.
Is this related to the topic at hand?
Oh yeah, you've all met a different monster, right? I need guidelines. The best way for me to learn is by seeing who I'm dealing with.
Great.
That doesn't sound like a no either.
Well, I do like the idea of my friends being alive. What's your plan? Are you sure you don't need us? We could, provide assistance. I'm the only one he needs.
You are indeed a powerhouse, but don't underestimate them. I don't want to put anybody at risk if I can avoid it, so let me see what I can do on my own first. I'm trying to fix my mistake.
I understand. Shall we reveal what we discovered? We all said yes, just get on with it already. We found its origin point. A medieval castle that is dated all the way back to the golden age of our city. And the history books named it Moonlight Castle because of the way the moon shines on top of it. That doesn't offer a lot. Only why it vanishes during the day. It was given a different name after falling to its curse. The Castle of Growth. Documents related to its creator seem to have been lost to time.
But this was more helpful than you think. It could be related to that requirement I mentioned before, and if it is, it might clue me in on a way to purify the curse.
I'm relieved that we're not walking into this completely blind.
I have a couple of theories I wish to test. Hopefully I'm right.
Growth. Does this imply the castle is expanding? It could also refer to us, the people who enter its territory. Why would they care? We don't know. I'll punch my way through like I always do. We spent the rest of the night sharing information about the monsters we encountered for Blake, and described what we met during said exploration. Everyone but me met 2 monsters instead of 3.
The correct term is pillar. They're created by the curse to manage intruders. But this is my first time encountering autonomous beings. The whole place is an anomaly.
Russell served us food as we continued working on a plan. So, you need to understand what created the curse in the first place to find a way to break it.
Yeah.
I hate when I have to pretend to give a fuck. I see. Having more people on it would make the process faster. I get it, but we don't stand a chance. I fought them and they were way too powerful. They didn't rely on strength alone. The weapons you provided didn't work. I know what you're thinking. They should be ready by the time we set out. I was growing tired. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I think I've covered the most important points.
Then I'll be the first one to retire.
Don't forget to pick a time for your medium training.
Remind me tomorrow. We all exchanged some goodbyes and I walked out. Are you gonna walk? I didn't want to trouble you for it. You will take longer to get home. It's fine, I just want to spend a little more time with you. Alright. It was a quiet ride. We were both tired thinking about our own problems, and now the castle blended into it. You mind if I take the day off tomorrow? You don't need my permission for that. I meant from driving and everything. Oh. I need to think, make a few choices, and talk with Mom about me, I guess. I understand. If you need anything, I'm here for you. I appreciate it. Sorry for making you walk and, well, have breakfast without me. You are the only one grieving the lack of food here. How dare you make me feel so lonely? I'll never get over this minor inconvenience you just gave me. I was trying to be nice. There's no need to slap me with your pettiness. It's a bonus that I'm giving my best. It's a bonus that I'm giving my best friend because he's skipping. I'll be there for the castle. More like you have to. I still get to see you. The car slowly came to a halt as my apartment building came into sight. Ryan dropped me off and I collapsed onto the mattress. I didn't have it in me to do anything, not even changing into comfier clothes. But my phone had several missed calls from Mom and I couldn't help scrolling through it. A single message brought the whole world down for me. I'm coming to visit tomorrow. This was worse than being a medium. And Patrice is on the screen. Congratulations. I am kind of tired. But I still got shit to do. So, stay safe, have a good night. Beware Mommy Joel, and I will see you all tomorrow.